And it sounded like this.
For like 4 hours. It was totally unintelligible. It was like somebody had shoved 800 pounds of mud in her mouth, which quite frankly could have been an improvement. But, man, are we doing it here at WIOD or what? Here's a lady in Miami to tell us.
Hi, Neil?
Hi, yes, ma'am.
Hi, Neil. How are you?
Great.
Neil, I want to call Mike Ranieri a major douchebag.
Yes.
And I want to tell him to leave you alone.
How did you like the quality? Well, the possum's a little upset, you know. He's a little thin-skinned these days.
What's going on?
Well, I guess the bottle's running dry or something. I don't know.
They're over there.
You talk about the bottle running dry. After that show they did this morning, they're going to be squeezing it heavy-duty all weekend over in the Bahamas.
Was that a little feedback we were getting?
What was
my
that?
Radio?
What was that all about? I have never. It was like they were singing, and like anything that had music on it was like wowing and distorted and puking.
It was like the Office Challenge, and everybody had their radio on.
It was like a bad drug trip. It's a good thing they're out of town and don't have to do their drug test this weekend. I'll tell you that.
Soper, yeah, shake your wires, Soper.
Yeah, shake your.
Wiggle this.
Yeah, shake your thing.
Well, Neil, I just want to tell you that I love you.
Well, have a great day. Don't take it personally now. They're just a little testy,
it's
okay?
Business, Neil.
They've heard the rumor that Howard's going to be doing mornings on this station, and they're getting a little insecure, I guess.
Howard who?
Stern.
Oh, give me a break.
What's wrong with that?
No, you kill him.
Huh?
Howard wouldn't dare come down here.
In the morning.
He can't mess with you.
He'd be in the morning. I'd be on after Howard.
No.
Can you imagine the audience of living and breathing people I'd inherit at 10 o'clock? God.
I don't think that's good, Neil. I don't think that's good
bad.
business.
That would be bad, yeah.
That would be real bad, you know.
Right.
We live for you at 10 o'clock.
We don't want to have too many. So Howard does 6 to 10.
Well, I don't care. I mean, we can only handle so many hours of this, you know.
That's true. That's right. We don't want to hear...
This kind of market, as George calls it. You're king of the market or king of the hill or something.
Right, that's right. Well, I'd settle for princess for a while. Well, listen, have a great day
and
a great weekend.
To me and hang in there, okay? And don't listen to them.
Say hi to the possum.
All right.
Okay. With those little beady albino eyes. Oh, God. Hey, listen, if you drank that much, your eyes would be beet red, too, I'll tell you that. All right, let's not get vicious and malicious, okay? Let's try to comport ourselves. Yeah, why not? Let's be vicious and malicious. Speaking of that, did you hear that bitch Pat Curry with Rick and Suds yesterday from the Sun Sentinel? What a pleasant person she is, huh? God, how'd you like to wake up next to that or like in the same building with it? I mean, granted, Rick is a bonehead and doesn't have any clue what anything is all about, but that's beside the point. But she was just so hostile. And, man, you go back to your callers, and I'll go back to doing what I'm doing, which I can only imagine what that was, Pat, okay? Like right on the typewriter, honey. That was incredible. Although not quite as incredible as what I heard this morning. That was a show. And by the way, speaking of the telepoll, did you like the nice young voices on there? Tell him to wash his mouth out with Drano. God almighty. Mike and the Gray Panthers, man, they're just yanking their spears and their prunes. They're doing it. It's the Prune Juice Rebellion on WIOD. Hey, right now, let's take a minute to talk about the newest Hooligans Pub and Oyster Bar at the Fort Apache Marina. Tonto. Located on the Intracoastal Waterway right behind Loman's Plaza in Aventura, Hooligans Fort Apache has all the great food, fun, and sports that Miamians have enjoyed at other Hooligan locations for nearly a decade. Every Tuesday, Hooligans Fort Apache hosts Miami's longest happy hour from 3 p.m. to midnight with 2-for-1 beer and cocktails, free chicken wings, and that great complimentary buffet featuring a 90-pound steamship round of beef. And Thursday, it's karaoke night, and ladies drink free from 9 p.m. to midnight. Then kick off your weekend at Hooligans Fort Apache Friday happy hour featuring a complimentary seafood buffet. Saturday, it's an all-night party with the music doctor and the karaoke sing-along. And Hooligans is always glad to find your favorite baseball game on one of their 20 big-screen TVs. You can go in and watch the Cubs lose again. So come check out the newest Hooligans, or the Reds win. How about that? The newest Hooligans at Fort Apache Marina right behind Loman's Plaza in Aventura, open 7 nights till the wee hours of the morning.
There's plenty of baseball action this weekend right here. Join us Saturday and Sunday for the best American and National League games.
Karaoke. Okay, so the big contra-tops we got now is George, Mr. Hotshot, Mr. I Know Everything, and you're just some dumb Anglo. He's telling me it's like karaoke. Yeah, karaoke. How can K-A-R-A-O? Are you going to give me the dictionary, or are you just going to stand there combing your hair for an hour, Alex? You! Yes, you, white man, or close to it. Go get the damn dictionary. From the newsroom. Do something constructive. Oh, I know you just oversaw one of the great shows in the history of radio, and you're still basking in the glory of your brilliant job this morning. I hope you have a good new one, whatever it is. Karaoke. And by the way, they got it spelled 2 different ways in here just to make sure. They got Karaoke and Karaokee. As in the Witch Doctor. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, whatever that is. Walla Walla Bing Bang. I'm starting to do like Ranieri now, like Ooga Booga. But anyway, thank you so much, Alex, for the first useful thing that you've done all morning, okay? I beg your pardon? What did he just say? He's swearing again. God almighty, this punk has no concept of what an open mic is all about. Okay, here we go. Let's look it up in our unabridged. There's Cats and Jammer. That's pleasant. There probably ain't even in here. Kasha. Here's Kasha Varnishkas. Here's Kishki. Karak. That's not even in here. Now, wait a minute. Maybe if I spelled it right. What kind of a crappy dictionary? Can't we afford a real dictionary in here? Karao. Ain't in here. So unless we have somebody in the audience who has an IQ bigger than their toenail size, we're never going to find out. Here's Moral Gables.
Ooga booga, welcome from the Bahamas.
Nah, the phone line's too good.
That was a great show.
Was that incredible? Have you ever heard anything like that in your life?
I turned on my cheap little radio.
It was like he was saying everything twice at the same time, so I had to expend a lot less energy.
I turned on my cheap little radio, and I heard the echo, and I said, this damn radio, I need a new one.
But what made it better was that, like, any time that there was something musical, like even the music on the thing was like the spinners were wowing. It was like, I don't get it. I just am missing something.
I think
must have been a real quality phone line.
I think your telepoll question of the day should be how we can improve the Mike Ranieri show.
I have a 2-word answer.
Turn it off.
Howard Stern. Oh, I'm sorry. Why do I keep saying that again? I know Howie wants to be in this market badly. We can't afford to put him on the air to say dickhead on the air. That would be bad.
No, you'd lose your life.
We'd offend all those old farts that love Uncle Opossum.
Oh, I saw Batman last night.
And?
It sucks.
It does suck.
It's terrible.
I mean, where the hell is, I still say, to take and steal somebody's story and to take Robin out of there and to put this ugly Paul over the whole thing?
He was his ward, not his pedophile.
Yeah.
Well, even the first one was sort of good, but the second
one... It was?
Oh, yeah, I like the first one.
No, forget it.
Oh, a lot of people like the first one.
Well, that's because they have no taste.
But this one...
That's because they probably never saw the TV show.
This one is just terrible. I mean, all you got is Danny DeVito running around with the big nose.
Danny DeVito is not the Penguin, okay? Burgess Meredith is the Penguin.
And not enough.
And Cesar Romero is the Joker, and who are the other people that were in it? The Riddler is Frank Gorshin.
Oh, the problem is the director was the same guy who made Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Oh, that explains it. Well, he's under a lot of pressure.
So you've got this Batman movie with all these crazy, unexplainable things just popping in and out, giant dolls and all this, something like out of a Pee-wee movie. And it's ludicrous.
Yeah, Pee-wee likes those movies with a lot of things popping in and out. That's what I heard.
In fact, Pee-wee Herman is in the movie.
Is he?
He has a small cameo at the beginning as the Penguin's father.
Well, isn't that cute?
Yeah.
Well, I guarantee you one thing. If he fathered anything, it probably would be the Penguin. Well, listen, have a great day, and I apologize for that show. It was needs a lot of improvement.
And ooga booga.
Okay. 20 after 10 at WIOD. We have they're striking back there on that morning show. They're developing some gigantic ones, and probably Roger's the one that put them up to it. Because Roger, as it turns out, is a devious, absolutely just duplicitous. So does anybody have the answer for us on karaoke? I think you're wrong. I don't want to sound like, if I made a mistake, I'm big enough, I'm gigantic enough to live up to it, but I don't think so. Karaoke. I mean, they sell those on TV. Those sing-along things where you act like Lawrence Welk, kind of like Dead, with your little accordion, and you kind of like squeeze it real hard, and the karaoke, too. And you sing your little favorite, like the New Christie Minstrels and all that other crap, right? And Mitch Miller songs, and a 1 and a 2. I don't know. Nobody knows? Well, we'll find out. If it's the last goddamn thing we do today, we're going to get our karaoke straightened out. And, hey, that's a good way to get set for the weekend, is to get yours straightened out. Here's a reminder from McQuick's Oil Lube in Hollywood and Fort Lauderdale about their fabulous oil change and wiper blade special at McQuick's Broward locations only. Get a complete oil change using up to 5 quarts of Quaker State 10W30 motor oil, new oil filter, and a brand new pair of wiper blades, all for the astonishingly low price, Ooga Mooga, of just $23.95. And not only that, McQuick's will also give you a certificate good for $4 off on your next oil change. Now, all of that could easily cost over $40 elsewhere. But right now at McQuick's, get the oil change, new oil filter, and new wiper blades, all for just $23.95. Add all of that to McQuick's thorough 18-point service check. I mean, they'll check you over inside and out. And you've got a deal too damn good to pass up. And if you visit McQuick's before June 29, you can find out how to win a free pair of tickets to the Firecracker 400 at Daytona on July 4th, all you crackers out there. No appointment is ever necessary. Just wheel your baby in today to McQuick's and tell them that Fat Neil sent you by. Just say Ooga Mooga. That's the password. They're on the northeast corner of 441 and Washington Street in Hollywood and on State Road 84, a half mile east of I-95 in Fort Lauderdale. Remember, that's McQuick's Oil Lube, where they do more good things for your car in about 10 minutes than some people do in 4.5 hours on the air.
WIOD Flashback. I'm in the barn loft looking at his stash of magazines, watching him and his buddies do things to a calf downstairs.
Oh, my God. No. You mean he had like a stack of plowboys?
Well, he paid for it. It took 9 stitches.
Oh, gee!
Rick and Suds this afternoon at 2 on South Florida's news, traffic, and weather station, News Talk Radio, 610 WIOD. This Saturday morning, get the scoop on what's happening this weekend on The Weekend Magazine with Chuck Myers.
News Talk Radio 610. Oh! WIOD.
Sunday! See the biggest, fattest lawn maintenance equipment on the planet. It's the Miracle Grow Monster Mower Challenge. See Big Daddy Dan DeLion and his pro-stock nitro-burning John Deere Ribble. Spoiler against the Lawn Doctor and his awesome jet-powered snapper. Who will earn the title Master of Mold? Also appearing, Bonnie Lawn Going Green and his super-modified fully blown weed whacker. It's an all-out head-to-head battle against Lawn Care's bad boy, Chickweed the Garden Weasel. This yard work takes no prisoners. The Miracle Grow Monster Mower Challenge. So get your bricks and scratches out of that chair and strap on your safety glasses. Monday! Tickets available at all Divot Master outlets.
Oh, God.
10:25 at WIOD on a great Friday. Have we, I forget whose account that is, by the way, out back. Have we discovered yet who's in charge of that? Not that I want to get panicky again, because I know our good friends over there will take good care of this. We're going to get gallons and gallons of walkabout soup. Right? For sure? Maybe? We think. We hope. Here's Boca on the star line.
Hey, Neil.
Ooga Mooga.
I'm still feeling kind of queasy from that morning show.
Yeah.
But I found...
Kind of makes you seasick.
Man, I feel like...
Almost like you were on a bad cruise.
I've eaten something bad. Like
across the pond, yeah.
So I was watching a show last night, one of those investigative shows on 7:30, I guess. And what they were doing was they were putting the radar on...
Oh, the inside. I'm glad you mentioned that. I want to talk. I saw it twice. I saw it at 4:30 on Channel 12 in Palm Beach, and then at 7 o'clock at the track I was watching it on wherever.
And the cop said he was clearing the carbon off his plugs.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
and,
he was clearing it off his plugs.
Yeah, and there was one on the way to the store and one on the way home.
So the one on the way to the rifle range at about 96 miles an hour. This was the BSO, and then also those pigs in upstate New York. And by the way, did you notice the ones in New York, as soon as they found out that they were...
They started giving the other guys
started giving them tickets. They were writing like it was a fire sale, man.
They gave him a ticket for having an obstructed windshield, and the guy said, well, you had the same thing in your windshield, and the police officer...
The rules are different for us. And then did you like the one cop who came running out of the car and ordered him to stop photographing? It's illegal to take pictures on the causeway or whatever the hell it was.
That's right. It's like the law is not for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to see if you saw that.
They just make it up as they go along. They're out there driving 70, 80, 90 through residential areas, and then you know...
residential areas, that's scary.
And then you notice their attitude as soon as these guys approach them and, you're on my property, sir. Have a good day. You know, in other words, get the crap out of here and don't bother. Don't mess with me. I'm the law, man.
It was frightening, and I'm glad you saw it.
It was chilling, sir. And if anybody doubts that we live in a fascist state, they should watch that over and over again.
That should have proved it.
Hallelujah.
And Neil, I don't want to call anybody anything.
Good.
Have a good day.
Slow down. 10:28 at WIOD. We have an open line on the Star Line. Star IOD on a pressure-packed day today. We're under tremendous attack and duress from the old farts in the morning. Rich Pachter on the line. Boy, this comes as quite a surprise.
Aren't pierogi those little dumpling things that you eat? Pierogi?
This is your material today?
Hey, I was in L.A.
sure
last
hope
week for
not.
the R&R convention, and I was listening to your buddy Stern.
Yes.
And he was talking about he's going to be in Detroit, and he said, and Miami.
Yeah.
And I thought for sure, gee, Zeta would be the place,
Just
right?
a matter of time before Howard pops up somewhere.
Well, that'd be
I
good.
can't
Then
think of any place better than 610 WIOD.
Sure, then I can listen to that station, to your station, other than just the hours you're on. That's
Right.
correct.
I mean, he don't have the birthday list. I understand that. We'd have to make some sacrifices.
He's got the dickhead list.
And we would have to, get used to Ooga Mooga with the New York accent, but...
I saw your buddy Tom Likas walking around.
Oh, all my buddies. I got so many buddies,
What a
according to you.
bozo. And Joey Reynolds, of course, was
Yeah,
there.
2 more of my buddies.
Oh, God, Joey looks like he just got out of Auschwitz.
Is Lykwith still wearing the motorcycle jacket?
He's got this L.A.
That size
King
86?
leather jacket.
Yeah.
And he's walking around with his Buster Brown haircut. He's got some babe with him that if you don't look too closely, she looks pretty, but if you look closely, forget about it.
Yeah, so you look close enough to see the mustache, then you realize there's something wrong
And
with it.
he was all over, and, it's in one of these conventions, so people with lesser moral fiber than myself are drinking all the time.
Yeah.
And he comes into the can one time, he's in the stall next to me, and he's standing there, and he starts flushing because obviously nothing's going on. It was pretty embarrassing, totally.
Yeah.
And
well, that's the story with Lykus. Usually nothing is going on.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
That's what they tell us at our sister-in-law station, KFI in L.A.
I didn't listen to that. I didn't,
wait a minute.
Better things to do.
Wait a minute. Wait till you hear this. I just got a fax from the Phantom Informer.
Yeah.
New competition from Zeta. Hardcore Neely, Mike Lyons, now appearing opposite your bad self middays at Zeta. The new morning person, Kimba. Yeah, I heard her yesterday morning. God, is she terrible.
Kimba.
Also, Buddy Bud is still monkeying around with INZ. He's dropped the second part of the hourly network news in favor of more spots.
Wow, what a surprise.
And then it also says, on the bright side, though, even Paxton is smart enough to realize that your boy Gary Stepanovich is essentially useless. You're stuck with him a while longer. Sorry. Love and kisses, the Phantom Informer.
Well, maybe we'll go to FTL and turn that around.
There you go. Perfect place for boy Gary.
That would be good. And listen, tell that yo-yo that called before about Batman that Tim Burton directed the first Batman movie also. Mm-hmm. So he thinks, the guy who did the Pee-wee thing. And it was all right. I saw it last night. It was
sucks.
Okay.
It sucks.
Aren't you the guy that says you can't live in the past? Isn't that what you say all the time?
So what does that have to do with anything?
You can't expect, Adam West and Burt Ward to be
That
Batman.
was
Those
Batman and Robin. That was Batman and Robin. And
right.
How do you do Batman, which was a comic strip and with some basic characters, and just take Robin out of it? That would be like bringing back Leave It to Beaver and taking Ward out of the show. I mean, it's not going to fly. Like taking Eddie Haskell out. That's not the show. It'd be like bringing back Ozzie and Harriet and taking Rick Nelson out. I mean, forget that.
Well, he's not feeling too good lately. But the first
well,
few
neither
years,
of the rest of them, except
listen,
Harriet, and she's right on the edge.
I'll wait. The first few years Batman was in the comics, there was no Robin. I hate to break it to you.
So?
Well,
he had
maybe he'll have Robin.
Maybe he met him somewhere. Maybe he met him at the Cactus or somewhere. I don't know.
Maybe he's out of town. You never know.
Maybe he met him in Vegas.
He was his ward, not his pedophile.
Right.
Well, I'll take it from one who should know.
Yeah.
But listen, one other thing before I disappear.
Is it true that Hank took Tempest Storm out to Vegas with him on this trip, or is that just a rumor?
I think she's not old enough for him.
Yeah.
Or too old.
She bought this little thing from Charles Alfieri. I can't even begin to tell you where she put it. Well, listen, have a great week.
Wait, I got one more thing.
Yeah,
for
quickly.
You. I know you don't read the Herald, but pick it up on Sunday. I've got a piece in Tropic Magazine on Sunday.
Wow.
In the Father's
Day
thing.
What a star. Well, happy Father's Day.
Well, same to you.
See ya. Yeah, same to you. Okay. What a goofball. 10:32 at WIOD. In my wildest dreams, I just never anticipated such a pressure-packed day. And, of course, the audience feels like somebody's been actually, talk about hands-on. Like somebody's had their hands inside their head and been squeezing their brains all morning with the stuff coming through your radio. I think that this station owes an apology to the entire audience, those who are too old to change the dial, who are the only ones who listen anyway in the morning. But, I mean, I can't believe that just went on. And I kept sitting here asking people, like, is anybody aware that this is what's going on in the air? I heard about how is that? I just, what is that? Major market radio? God. And the best part of the deal is that most of his audience didn't know the difference, okay? I mean, when you get that old, it takes a hell of a lot to snap you to it. Fort Lauderdale.
Neo.
Yes.
Ooga booga.
Ooga mooga.
Neo.
Mooga booga.
I got a couple things.
Yeah.
You had somebody.
By the way, you're never going to believe this. Cherry Coke in a can coming up, I think, next month. 30 years old. It's incredible.
Unbelievable.
Cherry Coke in the can.
In the can, even.
Yeah, in the can. That's the operative expression.
I was listening yesterday, and I didn't get in, but you had somebody call about Once Upon a Time in America.
Yeah.
And you had asked if there was a gunshot at the end.
How do you pronounce karaoke, by the way?
Karaoke.
Say, George, you hear that? This guy who sounds very articulate and literate to me and is sucking around, he said karaoke.
Karaoke.
There you go.
So
FOS.
What?
Anyway.
FOS? Oh, he said you're full of stuff.
Yeah, okay. So, see. Anyway, you were talking about Once Upon a Time in America yesterday.
Yeah.
And some guy said, I've watched it 100 times, and, those guys. Well, there was no gunshot at the end, Neil. You had asked about that.
I never heard that.
I mean,
but you notice how if people say that often enough, it's like anything else. If you keep spitting out the same crap, people hear it enough and they start believing it. They just accept it because, like, more than two people have said it.
He just jumped in the garbage thing.
Yeah, he was in the thing, and then De Niro's looking around. He sees that thing, like, spinning around, and he looks in the back, and there's, like, all these zits popping out of there.
So would he shoot himself, then he jumped in? I don't get it.
Yeah, that would be a little tough.
But anyway, on an Inside Edition thing, I watched it yesterday, and it's so funny, the cops, all of them have the same answers. It's your word against mine.
Yeah.
And
have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
Get off my property, you disgusting ass you. Yeah, all that other stuff.
I mean, 90 miles an hour.
No chance. There's no chance I was doing that.
Then you had fat Major Ralph Page there. Yeah. Well, we've had a little investigation going on.
Yeah, some investigation.
In Ott Zofkin.
Right. The best. Hey, listen, that just bears out what I've been telling you, man. They got their own set of laws, their own set of rules. They do whatever. I mean, you see it all the time.
Yep.
You see them practically. I was, where the hell was it yesterday? Some cop comes pulling across the road, like right diagonally across the road. I don't know where the hell he was going, but he was taking the strawberry shortcut, man. And he just, cranks it up and cuts across traffic right across the road.
They have their own set of rules, Neil.
Yes, that's right. The rules are different there, sir. Once you put on the uniform and the badge and that gun,
that's right.
All of a sudden you be the law, man.
That's right.
Yeah, and screw
Well, they're all
us.
douchebags.
Yeah.
And have a good day.
And you too. 10:35 at 610 WIOD, or expose station for the 90s. Ticketitis is sweeping South Florida. When you hear this, you're going to just want to upchuck all over your pants, okay? Over 8,000 traffic tickets are given out every stinking week in Dade and Broward County alone. Unbelievable. Man, talk about having a limp wrist from riding so much or just in general. Ticketitis gives South Florida one of the highest motor vehicle insurance rates in the country, but now fight back. Cure ticketitis. Cure even the most wicked dose with the ticket defense team, because they're going to send a lawyer to court for you. They know that law. I'm telling you, they did a number for me that was great. And then a friend of mine who's got like 7,000 tickets just in the last week, how they managed to get his ass off and straighten it all out and get his license. He had suspensions here, and they just straightened it out because they know how to do it for you, okay? So it's well worth the puny charge for just $99 in court costs, if any. The ticket defense team goes to court for you to represent you and defend you on all non-criminal traffic tickets and accident cases, and it's guaranteed. No points on your license or your money back. So how the hell can you lose? So instead of just sitting back and taking it, call the ticket defense team next time they nail your ass. Toll free, it's 1-800-741-TEAM. 1-800-741-8326 for the ticket defense team.
The opinions expressed in this program are not necessarily those of 610 WIOD or its sponsors.
Yeah, I sure did. 20 till 11 at WIOD on a great Friday. Where's our soup, man? Is anybody, I just can't remember which one of those stiffs back there is in charge this time. And I sure wish I could, because we'd grab a hold of him and beat the truth out of him and find out what's going on. Here's a Lady Mobile in Miami.
It's Pete DeSimone is the sales rep.
Oh,
He's
Pete DeSimone. Oh, he's out of town. He's out to lunch. Hello?
Yeah,
that was George that was interrupting you there, Mr. Karaoke.
George, you're so rude.
Yeah, stop being such a pain in the ass, George.
Yeah, this is the big mouth you won't go to the hospital without. I got to tell you a story about the justice system in Broward County.
God.
This only happens in a movie.
We're off to such a good start, too.
Listen to this, Neil. It only happens in a comedy.
Yeah.
About 3 years ago, I'm driving home at night. There's a cop sitting on the side of the road training somebody new. Pulls me over. We go to court. You know what he's pleading? That I was going 91 miles an hour on a rim for a mile and a half.
Yeah.
Right? He's FOS.
Mm-hmm.
So then, this is hysterical. My lawyer, I'm sitting there waiting. The judge's secretary, after a year of continuances, judge's secretary comes over to me and says, "Are you waiting for so-and-so?" I said, "Yes." "Well, he's in jail." "Now, my lawyer's in jail." I said, "Why?" "Contempt of court. He's wearing jeans in court." I said, "Great." I go out and get another lawyer. My other lawyer comes in. They declare a mistrial. Wait. Then 2 days after the mistrial, the cop gets thrown in jail for robbing a church. Right? Then my new lawyer, a year later...
What the hell are you talking about? What are you talking about?
This is all for...
What are you saying?
This is all for a case of speeding. That a
right.
cop
You were going 90 miles an hour on the ramp.
On a rim.
On a rim.
Right.
You were rimming 90 miles an hour.
Right.
Yeah.
For a mile and a half.
Right.
The cop that arrests me gets arrested for robbing a church.
Yeah.
Then they declare a mistrial. We go
right.
We go back to court with my new lawyer. The cop's out of jail.
Is this the one with the jeans or with the dress?
This is the second lawyer.
Yeah.
He brings a monkey to jail, to court with him. He gets thrown in jail for bringing a monkey with him. You probably read about it.
No.
Well, anyway.
Can't say that I have.
Well, you missed a good thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me ask you something else about a hospital. Let's get off that. That's boring. You know how many...
Well, why did you go through all that time then? You said, let's get off it. It's boring. Of course it was boring.
Neil, you know how many pints...
We just lost like 75,000 people while you were boring them.
You know how many pints of blood they take from you in a hospital?
I can't imagine.
And when they
Quarts.
go to take the test...
Gallons.
When they go to take the test...
Liters.
All they do is push the hypodermic needle. A little drop comes out. They slide it on the slide.
Yeah.
Close up the slide and take it with them.
Yeah.
That's all they wanted all that blood for.
And they drink the rest. I
right.
know. Mm-hmm.
So we'll
because they're a bunch of bloodsuckers is what they are, okay?
Vampires.
Right.
Neil, have a great day.
And you too. And call us again some year when we're really desperate. 1043 at WIOD. I mean, this thing about Mike Lyons on Zeta. Does anybody really care? I mean, Mike's a nice, really boring guy with a terrible voice. But, I mean, does anybody care? Like I said, the condition of radio in this town is like in the critical stage. It's like an intensive care. It'd be bad, man. It is bad. We do have an open line in Broward, 524-WIOD. So Pete DeSimone, our new sales stiff person, is out of town on the one day when, well, that'll be a good excuse. Then Jeff Clark can run around the hall and say, they're not coming. Tell him to shut his big fat mouth. Or, as he said the last time, where the hell is my thing here, by the way? Didn't he say in the hallway last time, tell him to shut the up? Didn't he say that? Yeah. Tell Neil to shut the up, is what he said. And then he came in here and sucked around for 20 minutes to try to cover up his tracks like he always does. Here's a mobile in West Palm Beach.
Good morning, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Can you name two people that were shot in the back of the head in theaters?
Uga and Muga. 1044 at WIOD. Let's go to, I mean, that was going to be such a bad joke, okay? The first one was Lincoln, and the second one was whoever was sitting in front of Pee Wee Herman. I know. Here's Captain Mike.
Hello?
Yes.
Captain Mike here.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Ooga Mooga.
Ooga Booga to you. We're out in the ocean again.
No, not Ooga Booger, sir. That's disgusting.
Well, we're sorry about that. But anyway, we got one Bonita. All our wives are at home in Coral Springs just hanging out.
You got one Bonita?
Yeah, one Bonita.
So who cares?
Oh, well,
fishing is for nose-picking drunks is what that is.
Ah, come on. You ought to go fishing with us one time.
I don't want to go fishing. Fishing is for yahoos.
We call you every Friday from the ocean.
Yeah.
We don't work Fridays.
So?
We're in the insurance business.
Yeah.
And our wives are...
Oh, you're in the insurance business. Isn't that nice? How about all your people out there who desperately need your help? What is it, like Friday's a day off in their lives?
No, there's a lot of stress in our business. That way we have a 1-800 number.
Right. That's good. Very good.
So what are you up to?
What?
What are you up to?
What does that mean? What am I up to? What kind of a moronic, unanswerable question? What am I up to?
Hey.
I'm up to about 10:45 is what I'm up to.
Hey, one of the wives...
Oh, here's that Hershey syrup again. I can't believe that they're doing this again. Hershey syrup on plain vanilla ice cream.
What are you having for lunch today?
That is so goyish. God, I just can't believe it. Even the Pope would be embarrassed.
Hey.
I'm serious. It is just so lacking in any kind of class or anything.
Neil.
Yeah.
What are you having for lunch today?
Ooga Booga. 1045 at WIOD. We have an open line on the Star line at Star IOD if you have Bell South Mobility. And, of course, that great out-of-town line, 1-800-944-9463. Boy, do we have some shocking developments coming up next week, but that's all I'm saying about that. Miami, hello.
Good day, Neil.
Good day.
Listen.
Yes.
I know you're always complaining about your job and stuff.
Not me, sir. I have no complaints. I'm the happiest guy in town. I'm just Mr. Happiness.
Yeah, I know, but you always say that the 4 hours is too long, and I agree with you 100%. If I had a dime for every time that I wanted my ex-girlfriend to just shut up, I'd have her on $1 right now.
Right.
Because after 10, I forget it.
You'd have probably about like $100 million about now.
No, I just told her. That's it. That's why she's my ex.
Oh, I see.
Oh, couldn't take it.
Yeah.
Too bad.
Probably one of those women, even during the act, would never shut up.
Yeah, probably that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean you don't know?
Yeah, I remember on the long drives to Orlando.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. It goes on and on and on.
Mm-hmm.
Nasty. Anyway,
like you picked her up at Renta Yenta.
Yeah, I want to call Fernando.
Yes.
A major pickup truck driving, courier, Mickey's Big Mouth drinking douchebag.
Okay.
Thank you.
See ya. 10:46. Oh. At WIOD, we have an open line on our out-of-town line. Toll-free, of course. Boy, at 1-800-944-9463. Don't forget, tomorrow, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., I'll be at Benson's in the Sawgrass, and all the people from Sony will be there with the Sony Data Discman. And we got some Dolphin tickets to give away and some Hurricane tickets and some bunch of stuff. And Fat Rich will be there, and Adam will be there, and all the Michigan will be there. All you photo and video enthusiasts, this is the third year in a row I've been telling you about something that is so humongous, so great, that you don't want to miss it. It's Benson's Camera and Video's annual summer blowout sale. And if you've ever seen it before, you know what I'm talking about, because they have just tons of stuff all right out there, everything you can imagine. Benson's, Florida's #1 photographic discount stores, are slashing prices on everything photographic, from camcorders to cameras, bigs, lenses, lights, tripods, video accessories, and much more. Factory reps from Sony, Minolta, Pentax, Samsung, and lots more will be at both Benson stores, demonstrating the very latest in photo and video equipment today and tomorrow. And check this out. Sony has a new color video printer, and Benson's Camera and Video is making pictures for you from your 8mm videotape free. So bring your 8mm videotape to Benson's today or tomorrow, and they'll make you a free print in just a matter of minutes. Check out Benson's ad in today's Herald. It's a big deal every summer, man, for people who are into photography, because you just can't get better deals than this. Benson's Camera and Video's annual tent sale blowout going on today and tomorrow. In Dade County, just 6 blocks south of the Falls on US 1, and in Broward, right across from the Broward Mall in the Plantation Community Plaza, Benson's Camera and Video.
Hey, man, how you doing? Hey, if you've been riding around your lowrider cruising for babes all day, you're probably pretty hungry right about now, right? So what you gonna do? Go home where you gotta wash your hands, keep your elbows off the table, say peace and thank you. You don't gotta do that. Come see us, cause we're Nacho Mama, the new self-service Mexican restaurant.
Excuse me, I'd like the Conquistador special.
Hey, man, you can keys whatever you want. Because I ain't going to get it for you. We're not your mama.
Oh. Not your mama. Serving up the best of anything you want. As long as you go back and make it yourself.
That was great.
Hey, where you going? I'm going to go pick that up for you. Wash those dishes, man. What?
So, for Tex-Mex with no respect, it's
not your mama.
Do it yourself. We're not your mama.
By the way, what the hell ever? I was going to play Your Mama. Just like 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10 minutes of it, but it seemed to have disappeared. 10:52 at WIOD. They probably pulled it out for the morning show. Let's go to Boca. Hello.
Neil, how are you?
Great.
Don't buy a house.
WIOD, the Neil Rogers Show.
I'll be seeing you in everything that's light and gay.
This is the Neil Rogers 1 to 2 hour. You got a problem with that? Snap ahead. Oh!
I used to work for the corporation, and everything was just all right. Then one day, the boss sent me away out to the cold and lonely night. Laid off, and now I got of the situation. That's what the president will say. Well, Mr. Bush, won't you stand inside my shoes for one humiliating day? Laid off. Now I haven't got a job. Laid off. Feeling like a slob. Laid off. Standing in the unemployment line. Laid off. Beg it, darling, please. Laid off. No more macaroni and cheese. Laid off. I've been standing in the unemployment line. Laid off. Laid off. And I don't know what to do. Laid off. Laid off. You got me the screw. Laid off. Laid off.
107 at WIOD. It's our mammoth, gigantic, and mediocre 1 to 2 hour on a Friday. We got Rick and Pud coming along at 2. Miami, hello.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Neil, I have an answer to your Benetton question.
Okay, George was just asking the same question during the news like I'm supposed to know the answer, and I haven't even seen the billboard yet.
Well, I've seen it. There's one out on Flagler in Lejeune. I was in Europe when this ad campaign came out from Benetton, and the papers over there were talking about it because it was controversial in the sense that what they're trying to do is to promote issues. For instance, they have one picture of a guy who's dying of AIDS laying in a hospital bed. But, and this is like a riot scene somewhere in Yugoslavia or something. They're trying to show that they're aware of cultural, social problems. But the controversy was the fact that were not putting captions on to tell people what the hell they were.
Yeah.
They were just putting the pictures up and saying, look, aren't we great that we're aware of this, but we're not really giving any money to it, and we're not going to tell you what it is.
Yeah.
And that's
that's
precisely what's
pretty
happened.
Profound, huh?
Yeah.
Like, what does it mean?
It was, exactly. And I know what it meant when I saw it. I recognized the ad campaign, but I've had friends with me in the car.
But seriously, what does that mean? We're aware of it, but are we doing anything about it? Or are we just saying, hey, we know, we're hip, we read the paper.
Exactly.
We watch CNN.
We're publicizing ourselves to make us look better and make you want to buy our
right,
cheap
like
sweater.
We're socially conscious and come and buy our stuff.
Precisely.
Well, isn't that great?
Yeah, so that's all it means.
Well, I'm socially conscious, too, okay, so send me a lot of money.
I have another thing to say. I missed this lady who called in this morning, this douchebag.
Oh, she was the all-time best. She started out by, we were talking about Batman.
Uh-huh.
And a couple of weeks ago, I made a comment that there are a lot of, in certain circles, it is widely believed, especially with interviews with the guy who created the cartoon, that Batman and Robin, the whole thing was like and then, of course, some of the homophobes got all excited about it. But it was a campy thing, and that they were like two gay swishes who were running around with capes and leotards on, and it was like a fantasy. It was like a gay fantasy, okay?
Yeah.
And there are a lot of people who believe that. Well, she became so incensed and said, see, if that kind of stuff is what all the super moralists spread around, they're going to start censoring the comic books. And then she went from the discussion of Batman and Robin, which, quite frankly, who cares since it's a cartoon anyway.
Right.
It's fiction, so it can mean whatever the hell you want it to. And she went from that into how come it is that I seem to think that everyone is gay? All males are gay. I said, where do you come up with that? She says, well, like Bobby Sherman, he's been married all these times, and David Cassidy. And she just got all psychotic. And I said to her, did it ever dawn on you that anybody might be gay except me and Truman Capote? And she just got all psychotic and defensive. And then she started getting upset about Tyrone Power. Tyrone Power was one of the most notoriously gay actors in the history of Hollywood.
Absolutely.
And she don't want to buy into that.
Listen,
and when she finds out about Sal Mineo and James Dean, she's going to kill herself. There's no question about that.
Yeah. Or go to the Broadway stage.
Right.
I don't know if this poor bitch knows this, but Mary Martin was the biggest dyke that ever walked the stage of Broadway.
Really?
Absolutely. Larry Hagman's mother.
I'll be damned.
Oh, come on, everybody. Now let me just tell this poor woman for whom I feel very bad.
Yeah.
I'm 25 years old.
Don't you understand? She can't get any. She's upset, so she's
got trouble. But she doesn't know is that she could be walking down the street, and I would guarantee her 3 out of 10 people she's looking at, straight acting, normal people. I'm 25.
Yeah.
I'm considered good looking. I'm an actor, and I am not out.
You don't know Freeway and Spigot, do you?
Very well,
oh,
no.
Okay, I bet.
I'm not out, and I have a girlfriend, and I just got back from a very successful tour in Europe as a leading man of a 40-member company.
Right.
My parents don't know, and I don't make it an issue because I want to have a career, but what this woman doesn't know is that she's going to see me in 3 or 4 years on television someday, and she's going to go, oh, isn't he a nice boy? And she's not going to know the truth. And maybe that's a cop-out on my part, but I would like to have a career because I want to make some money.
Yeah.
But you know what happens when what happens when you say that you're gay.
Right.
And I'm not against it. I'm very active, just not out in the open. And it's too bad that people are so closed-minded and they think that gay people are so different because, very sadly, you know that they're not.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for this woman, but that's...
Well, she's sitting there with her Errol Flynn pictures right now. She's very uptight.
Well, she needs to get a life.
Yeah. She's into fantasy, Robin Hood, Batman, Robin. She's into that stuff.
Right.
She's probably got her blow-up dolls right now.
Yep.
Wait till Tom Cruise comes knocking on her door. Well, listen, have a great weekend.
Listen, you too, Neil.
Bye.
See ya.
12 minutes after 1 at WIOD. We have an open line in Dade County, 7519463. Tomorrow I'll be at Brandsmart in the Sawgrass Mills from 11 in the morning till 1 in the afternoon. And the folks from Sony will be there, and they're going to be demonstrating this amazing little gadget that is small enough to fit into the palm of your hand and gives you hours of pleasure and fun. It's called the Sony Data Discman. It's an electronic book reader that's capable of displaying thousands of pages of text and graphics stored on a removable disc. And I've had it all week long, and I'm telling you, you can just sit for hours and diddle with it and doodle with it and have a great time. And it's the perfect gift for Father's Day, graduation, and back to school. The Grolier's Encyclopedia is included free with every unit that you buy, and all the other discs that are available will give you like a jillion years worth of fun and all kinds of stuff to do, like Roger Ebert's Movie Home Companion, and the Timetable of Arts and Entertainment, and Total Baseball, and Passport's World Travel Translator, Corporations, European Business Guide. Corporations. Oh, that's Hoover's Handbook, profiles of over 500 major corporations. Monarch Notes, International Wine Guide. There's just a whole slew of stuff for you to sit and diddle with, a reference world of stuff right at your fingertips. So come and check it out. The people from Sony will be there tomorrow. I hope they're still going to show up. And I'll be there from 11 in the morning to 1 in the afternoon. We'll be doing our Camilla's House stuff. We'll be drawing for some Dolphin tickets and Hurricane tickets, and a good time will be had by all. That's at the Brandsmart in the Sawgrass Mills, 11 to 1 tomorrow.
Sally, get a new dress on. Sally, get a new dress on, yeah. Sally, get a new dress. Sally, get a new dress on. I turned on Channel 7 real late one night. I saw Sally Fitz and got a terrible fright. Wearing a dress that was way too big. Her hair was such a mess, it looked like a wig. Wearing them earrings at 10 pounds each. Got Paul Rick Sanchez within her reach. Sally, get a new dress on. Sally, get a new dress on, yeah. Sally, get a new dress on, yeah. All right. He says he's Rick Sanchez, but he can't even drive. He says he's Rick Sanchez, but he can't even drive. Doing stories on Cuba to keep his job alive. Well, Rick is next to Sally. She's looking so impressed. I wonder if Rick has got his hand up under her dress. He says he's Rick Sanchez, but he's so wide and tall. When he stands by the camera, he can't see a thing at all. Get a new dress, girl. Sally, get a new dress on. 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 Sally, get a new dress on.
Maybe that's what they mean next door when they say that Rick has a feel for the news. 118 at WIOD. Plantation.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
About this Batman movie, I saw it last night.
And?
Listen, never mind the movie. Get an attorney and sue Warner Brothers for invasion of privacy.
What does that mean?
The Penguin in this movie looks exactly like you, I swear to God.
Really? Okay. Oh, that's the, you know who that guy is? That's the Brady Bunch guy. We have an open line in Broward, 524-9463. West Palm Beach.
Fat Hank. Warden pedophile. Get alive. Get alive. Get alive. Get alive. Thank you very much.
He was his ward, not his pedophile.
118 at WIOD. That guy is too much. You can just see, he's like in this gigantic room with all these enormous tubas and just, I don't get it. Let's go to Miami Shores. Hello.
Neil.
Yeah.
Hey, not to beat a dead horse, but who does that old man think he is in the morning?
The old, you mean the possum?
Yeah, he reminds me of a Little League coach that I had that used to, go underneath his bag, grab a bottle of vodka.
Yeah.
He asked me to go out.
Booga booga, That's it.
And listen, I tell you, I just moved here from New York about a year ago. The only thing I miss about New York is Howard Stern's radio
Howard
show.
Stern, I'm voting 10 votes for Howard in the morning
Howard,
on WIOD.
He gets a bad rap. The guy's an intelligent guy. He knows what's going on in the community.
He just has a fetish for lesbians, that's all. He can't help himself.
Lesbians get ratings. That's what he always says.
That's right.
And it seems to work because he's growing like a weed.
Right.
And if it's a choice between Howard and Mike Ranieri, there's no choice. And with a lead-in you're the only semblance of some type of listenable radio.
Well, what do you mean by that, the only semblance? Now, that's got to be one of the most underhanded, backsliding, finger-scratching compliments.
Bill, let me tell you, you're good, and you do an amazing job of what you do. Let me tell you the difference between you and Howard, if you're interested in
is that this is Florida and he's in New York, sir.
No, he's got more people on the radio than just you. He can't.
Well, he's got a morning show. He's got he's got 3 writers, and he's got Gary, and he's got Robin, and he's got Al Lewis. And he's doing a show in New York where there are actually some people you might want to talk to sometime.
Exactly.
Who the hell in this town do you want to talk to?
Joe Gersten.
There you go.
But, you can't get him on the phone either.
Yeah.
But I don't think Howard could carry it as well as you do by yourself on the phone.
Exactly. There you go. See,
it took me a while to adjust, but the guy pissed me off this morning. What's he doing? Their telepole is like the lamest thing in the world.
Yeah, they got the telepole and the orifice challenge and the nose-picking challenge and the birthday list, and, it's incredible.
And what the hell is Pinot Noir, by the way?
I don't think we can say it on this show.
Well, that's all I got to tell you. Tell the old man to get back and, get his fist of vodka and leave you the hell alone.
Yeah.
All right, Neil, first time I called. Nice talking to you.
Ooga booga.
Ooga booga.
Okay. There we go. 21 after 1 at WIOD. If it's the last thing, the legacy Mike Ranieri will leave in this town before Howard comes into the market and takes over our morning show, we're going to have everybody in town saying, ooga booga. Hey, what's wrong with that, man? Probably be one of the more intelligent things you've heard in this town in a long time. We have an open line in Broward, 524, and our out-of-town line at 1-800-944. And you don't think the possum shot himself in the foot this morning with that intemperate attack against yours truly? In addition to which, to do it in the middle of an absolute technical carnival like they were having, where it sounded like that they were all in the Bermuda Triangle, 7,000 feet beneath the sea. Let's get serious. That was just, it was amazing. Do we still have that cart, by the way? Oh, God, if you got up late this morning and missed part of our award-winning morning show.
South Florida's news, traffic, and weather station. News Talk Radio and WIOD. Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and the Palm Beaches.
That was it! Wow! Oh, God, setting new lows in the history of broad chasing. 22 after 1 at WIOD. If you've got that possum look, man, if you've got like a skinhead, if it looks like somebody's come along and skint you, like certain morning hosts, then Hair for the 90s from Chuck Alfieri is the way to go. It's a totally new concept in hair replacement. It's a permanent, non-surgical method that creates the look and feel of your own hair. And the best part of it is it matches your own hair color and texture. And the reason I'm laughing is because people like Sam Donaldson and Cousin Brucey and some of these other guys with these silly-looking, mouse-colored wigs, forget it. Hair for the 90s is affordable. It's priced at just $600, and it's fully guaranteed. Only Chuck Alfieri gives you that unique, unconditional, no-risk guarantee. You wear his system for 30 days, and if you aren't completely satisfied with the way you look and feel and smell, then return it for a full refund. So you have nothing to risk. You're probably going to look and feel years younger and escape from that possum stage of life. For a free consultation with no obligation, call 375-0808 and Dade, 375-0808, or toll free from anywhere, 1-800-321-2413. 1-800-321-2413. And watch for the grand opening of their Broward orifice coming any day. Chuck Alfieri's Hair for the 90s.
WIOD Flashback.
I'm in the barn loft looking at his stash of magazines, watching him and his buddies do things to a calf downstairs.
Oh, my God.
No. You mean he had like a stack of plowboys?
Well, he paid for it. It took 9 stitches.
Oh, gee!
Rick and Suds this afternoon at 2 on South Florida's news, traffic, and weather station, News Talk Radio, 610 WIOD.
Dumb as you are, you forked out for Nirvana. You thought we're some big college band from Atlanta, someplace well sure, just like them. All our lyrics make no sense at all. Off the wall, mindless dreck. It's just verbal diarrhea. Dumb as you are, my guitar, like Dwayne Eddy on loose. Teenage dudes, major toots. It's just verbal diarrhea. The joke's on you, 'cause we're not R.E.M. We're much dumber than them. No, we're not R.E.M. Hey, man, how come you wear your face down around your knees like that? You can't even reach it. It's really stupid.
127 at WIOD. We're a good greps. It's oh, God. Just one time we're going to let that go on the air. And that's all it would be, too. Oh, that was just too good to believe. Well, he sounded convincing to me. Open line in Broward, 524-WIOD, and one on the out-of-town line at 1-800-944-9463. 1-800-944-WIOD. Can you relate to it? I doubt it. Miami.
Neil.
Yes.
That sounded great. I heard every bit of it.
It was incredible, wasn't it?
Yeah. Hey, we got to set that woman caller up that called earlier. We got to set her up for a conjugal visit with Mike Tyson.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Or Michael Jackson.
I got a shameless request.
Yeah.
The crapitation contest.
Sure. 128 at WIOD. We have an open line in Dade County, 751-9463. Let's go to a lady in Hollywood. Hello.
Hi, Neil. How are you?
Good.
First of all, I hope you feel better now.
I feel fine. Haven't felt this good in many, many years.
Good. I wasn't able to call you before, but I just wanted to ask, while you were in the hospital, did you see that Guiding Light special?
I was already out.
Oh, did you see it?
I was so disappointed in that. there are no words to describe it.
I wanted to ask you because I, too, was very disappointed. I was really looking forward to it. I thought it was going to be really great.
Too much they wasted most of the hour with this they are so obsessed with this damn Nick McHenry, man. I'm telling you, he must be sleeping with the right people. Because he's like the whole show is revolving around him and this country that nobody ever heard of before and all this other garbage. We saw about 3 seconds of Bert Bauer and Papa Bauer, 4 seconds of Rita, and about 2 seconds of the old Alan, and about a second and a half of the original Ed.
Right, and Hope.
And about a tenth of a second of Hope and Mike, and it was just, it had nothing to do. I mean, God, they've got like 40 years worth of stuff. You'd think they could have sure done better than that.
Yeah, I was really disappointed.
We didn't see Evie. We didn't see, what was her name? Ben.
Oh, Amanda.
And Amanda's crazy old mother. We didn't see anything.
Well, Amanda was in that wedding scene that they showed.
Oh, yeah, for like a tenth of a second.
Yeah, right, exactly. No, I thought it was way too current.
Terrible.
I was hoping
Just
that they would
awful.
Go back. Yeah, they didn't even have a lot of the old people on. They had people that run, they
Victor from Young and the Restless was on.
Right, yeah, what was that all about? They had people from other soaps making all kinds of cutesy comments about this soap. That didn't make any sense.
No, they should have tried to get Josh on there.
Right.
And, well, they had Reba, but they had Kevin Bacon. Well, they should have gotten Kevin Bacon.
And what about, well, he was on for 2 seconds. What about his mother, Sarah?
Yeah.
We didn't see Sarah.
We missed a lot of people.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you because
it was a bitter disappointment. It was really bad.
Well, let's hope they make a better one.
Yeah, someday, after the next 40 years.
Before I get off the phone, again, I want to wish you good health.
Thank you.
And I would like to call Thomas Falcone a douchebag and say Zygazun to Bruce and Larry.
Okay.
All right.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
1:31 at WIOD. Rick and Spud from 2 to 6 this afternoon. The last great hope for AM radio after 2 o'clock. I don't know what that means, but it sounded kind of interesting. Let's do Fort Lauderdale on the Star Line. Hello.
Wait, hey, fella.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Okay.
Feeling better, I hear.
I'm doing great, yeah.
Attaboy. Got a question for you.
You okay?
What happened to your best friend, Stan the Man?
My best friend, Stan the Man?
Yeah.
Boy, we certainly have elevated his status, haven't we? Stan the Man is doing like a overnight show on like about, what do they call that, the Sun Network or something out of Tampa?
Oh, is that right?
And he's on about 45, 50, 60 stations around the country. Not any down here because they know him too well here, but I mean, he's doing okay.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I don't ever hear you
I
speak
speak
of
to
him.
Stan. Yes, I do. I absolutely do.
Yeah, he used to call you from time to time. I haven't heard him in a while either.
Yeah.
Also, did I just hear a few minutes back you do a hair commercial?
Yes.
Come on. What's
is
wrong
it?
with this picture?
What does that mean?
Well, what about credibility, or does it count anymore?
You don't understand because
I know.
I don't have a lot of hair, but I'm not interested in that. I'm an old fart. I'm a fat old fart. But there are a lot of people out there, including younger guys, who are not interested in walking around like a cue ball. I mean, I may not be loaded with hair, but I sure don't have the Mike Ranieri look, I'll tell you that.
This is very true. This is very true.
Yeah.
All right, my friend, take care of yourself.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
I mean, I might be doing a proctologist spot someday pretty soon, too, but you don't have to take it personally, sir. 132 at WIOD. We have an open line on the Star line at Star IOD and one on the out-of-town line at, what is that number? 1-800. You know what it is. You know all the numbers by now, so don't play games with us, okay? We're tired of you. Miami, hello.
Booga booga.
Ooga mooga.
Hey, how's it going?
Now, wait a minute. Is it mooga booga?
Either way,
Is acceptable. Depends on which phase the moon is in.
Yep. Hey, Howard's got my vote.
Yeah.
All right, another thing also.
Can you imagine the numbers we could get with Howard Stern on this station in the morning? God.
You don't even need Howard Stern. Just getting rid of Mike will boost the ratings. I mean, just having that beep for the emergency. This is an emergency.
How about if we
test
just
for
had like
broadcast
a?
system for
How
the
about
next
if we had an
3 hours?
electronic voice doing the birthday list?
No, they can just say, for the next 3.5 hours or 4 hours, the sound you're hearing is not an actual emergency. Just put a beep and your ratings will be higher.
Yeah.
Okay, Neil, that bitch that called earlier, remember saying that?
Yes, I remember.
that
Yes,
only
about
you
the one
and-
that had the love affair with Tyrone Power. Yes.
Yeah, she didn't want to believe, I got some names for her. How about Christian Leitner, Danny Ferry, Scottie Pippen, Hank Goldberg, the Alou brothers? I can keep going on forever. How's that for some names?
Oh, yeah, that's some names.
Scottie Pippen and the Alou brothers.
Yeah.
I guess Mike Krzyzewski also.
Right.
Danny Ainge.
Right. Bob Cousy.
This guy, what do you call this guy? Jimmy Cephalo.
Right.
You can just go on forever,
Tony Segreto.
Hank Goldberg.
By the way, my
Miami Zone.
mother hates Tony Segreto like poison. I forgot to tell you that. She just despises Tony Segreto.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Neil, have a good day.
And you too.
Oh, I got another one.
Yeah.
Also, another guy I got thrown on the list there. Willie, my friend from La Yahweh hardware store.
Okay, well, whatever you say. 26 till 2 at WIOD. That's 134 in English. We have an open line in Dade, 751-9463, 751-WIOD. Oh, God, this Jeff from Pizza Loft, the man is wearing me out. God, he is actually literally wearing me out. Now, this coming Wednesday night, it's the Jeff Cohen birthday party, the birthday bash, and you're invited to the Pizza Trough upstairs at 69th and Flagler in Miami, just east of the Palmetto Expressway. 5 to 10 p.m., I'll be there peddling all our Camilla's House stuff, and we'll have Snapple at half price, so you can drown your sorrows in gallons and gallons of Snapple to wash down that great pizza and award-winning lasagna and stuffed shells and manicotti and baked ziti and eggplant parmesan and all the other great Italian goodies on the menu. Pizza Loft, they've been doing it better than anybody for 17 years plus now up there. And don't forget the date. This coming Wednesday, June 24th, 5 to 10 in the p.m. Come on up and say hi and bring Jeff lots of gifts and bring lots of money and bring a hearty appetite. It's going to be great. That's the Pizza Loft upstairs at 69th and Flagler. Call 266-5111. And don't forget the summertime special at the Trough. Mondays and Tuesdays only in the Neil Rogers dining room. If you buy any entree at the regular price, get a second entree for half price at the world-famous Pain in the Groin Pizza Loft.
The opinions expressed in this program are not necessarily those of 610 WIOD or its sponsors.
610 WIOD News Center time is 5:12. Coming up this morning at 10 o'clock, it's Neil Rogers. But before that, and much more importantly, coming up this morning at 5:30, it's Mike Ranieri.
Ooga Mooga. I'm telling you, this week we're really getting a real revelation, aren't we, about that whole morning crowd? God. 21 till 2 at WIOD. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, Neil.
Yeah.
Mike Ranieri is, I don't know.
Come on, sir, you can do it.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't hear, what was that? I didn't understand any of it, but I think it's probably just as well. 21 till 2 at WIOD, something about young girls in the morning crew. We have an open line in Dade County, 751 WIOD. That was from across the way, Mon, and I have no idea what the hell he was talking about. I think that might make two of us. Too much smoke in the carpeting in that casino, pal. I think that's what might do it. Sunrise. Okay, have a nice day, too. Dania. Okay, that's 3 for 3. Let's go for 4. Let's do East Everglades. What the hell is that? Okay, how about North Miami?
Is this on? Hello?
Is this on?
Yeah. It started giving me a complex. I thought maybe...
Giving you a complex? How the hell do you think I feel? I think we're at that point again where somebody's starting to diddle with our phone lines, George. I think that's exactly what's going on.
Well, I don't think anybody from the morning crew could do it because they're all too crocked by now to do anything. In the tank is the word,
yeah.
Yeah, I heard that. I worked the midnight shift, so I hear all this caca, like more importantly at 5:30,
Yeah.
if he's awake and sitting up.
That mutual sucking around that goes on in the morning, right?
They're all old. They're all over the hill. They're all washed up. It's like a home for wayward, old,
I didn't realize that they were
hosts.
so insecure that they all sit around in the morning every morning on this station trying to convince themselves. You know what really was the straw that broke their back was when they did the 9:30 to 10 crap and tried to get me to do that to save their flagging numbers in the morning.
Yeah, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Their numbers are in the toilet from 9:30 to 10.
9 to 10, yeah.
Okay, you take the 9:30 10 hour for a while.
Yeah, sure.
Build them back up for a while.
No, I'm not building anything back up.
No,
sir. I do 10 to 2.
This is what happened, though, I'm saying.
Oh, I see, yeah.
You give them back the 9:30 to 10 half hour,
Yeah.
and they bring back Office Challenge.
Yeah, that's the best they can do.
I mean, is there any... Well, first
and
of all...
And you wonder why they can't get a number in that 9 to 10 hour?
First of all, I don't understand. To me, they could go out on Kennedy Causeway and hire a homeless person
right.
to read USA Today birthday
Or
list.
just say Ooga Mooga, right.
And
At a much lower rate.
Since he gets about 3 minutes every hour to say something because of the format, I mean, he's easily replaced, okay? Possibly with a test pattern. Even Weavy the weather bird.
Yeah.
He's fulfilling no purpose other than breathing oxygen, okay? And I think he's overstayed his welcome now.
Really?
I was pretty
Getting a
annoyed
little
when
on
I
the
heard it this morning.
Huh? Getting a little testy here.
Yeah. Yeah, I was really annoyed because, the only reason my radio's on 610 is because I listen to Neil.
Yeah.
And
well, they can't handle that morning crew. They've been here for 100 years, unchallenged, and they've just been going through that whatever it is they do and picking their nose and, getting a lot of free wine and crawling around on their hands and knees. And that's it's just been that way. And I guess that suddenly when that 9:30 to 10 thing happened, it was like a shock to their system. Like, you mean we're not cutting the mustard? We're not cutting the Dijon here anymore?
Well, it sounds to me like he was out on the boat this morning, and I think Mikey was feeling his oats.
Well, don't forget Roger now, okay? You see, Roger is the agent provocateur, and when Roger's across the waterway like that, far distant away, then all of a sudden he starts getting real playful, you know what I'm saying? Like when you can't look him in the face and he can't give you that little backhanded stuch in the back.
Don't you get the feeling Roger's put in a position of having to resuscitate a dead talent?
No, I think Roger is partly responsible, quite frankly, but that's another story for another day.
Oh, I don't know. I hate to think it was that, but I blame Ranieri.
Keep in mind, it's Roger who's responsible for no. Just keep that in mind, okay? Just keep saying that to yourself. Have a great weekend.
Yes.
Okay. 143 at WIOD. Speaking of needing resuscitation, look at that. All of a sudden, man, we were just smoking along, and then we hit that little glitch when we had 3 or 4 in a row there, and the phones are just dropped off like knew Rick Riley was in a building or something. Nice call with that Pat Curry yesterday. Boy, is she a pleasant person. God. What a bitch.
Oh, well, you just go back to your callers, and I'll go back to my business here, and just leave me alone.
Oh, man, perfect Sun Sentinel employee. I mean, she fits it over there like a glove. Broward lines are wide open, folks. 524-9463, 524 Ooga Booga. I think we just ran into that brick wall. Here's a mobile in Miami.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Okay.
Listen, let me just come out homophobic. I was out getting ready to take off one day, and I saw my neighbor's kid running down the block toward the school, so I thought, I guess the little guy must be late. I get in my truck, and I go by and say, hey, I'll give you a ride to school.
Yeah.
He says, no, thank you. And I says, well, you know, I'm your neighbor. Been your neighbor for 12 years.
Yeah.
He says, no. I said, okay, no problem. Adios. Went back home. I saw his mother the other day, and I said something about, little boy was late for school, trying to get him ready. She says, well, he's got orders not to go with anybody.
Right.
And I thought, man, I've been your neighbor for 12 years.
Yeah.
I mean, oh, Neil, what are we doing? That's why you have to consider getting, I don't know if it's just Miami or all these large cities with too many people in them or something, but this gets kind of nutsy.
Too many John Wayne Gacy movies.
Listen, have a good weekend.
See ya.
Talk to you.
God, what is he talking? No wonder that she wanted him to go with him. 145 at WIOD, an open line in Dade County, 751-9463. 751 is a mobile in what? Chrome?
Ooga Booga!
Yeah.
Unbelievable, huh?
You just get off the raft or what?
Boy, I'll tell you what, it's exciting.
It is exciting.
That morning show does it for me every morning, I'll tell you.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. If you haven't had a good BM in 20, 30 years, it's right up your alley, Sally.
You know, let me tell you how pathetic it is. It's so pathetic that I listened to Norm until 9 o'clock, and then I listened to Lee Fowler for an hour. How do you like that?
God.
How sick is that?
Talk about making a human sacrifice.
How desperate is that?
That is desperate.
I listened to Lee Fowler for 1 hour, do your material.
Forget about Lee Fowler. The fact that you can listen to Norm for more than 10 minutes trying to be a baseball player and trying to talk to those 900-year-old people about his 87 restaurants.
Hello, Norm.
Hello, Norman. This is Florence again, Norman. Can I talk about what happened to my dog?
Oh, God.
But,
the scary part of it is that Norm takes it seriously. There's nothing I seem to be able to say to him to make him understand that it's like, it's just like on the very outer limits of broadcasting, like just barely touching the edges of reality.
Yeah, but you know what? It's better than what you got in the morning.
Well,
it really is. And the funny thing about it, I mean, let's get serious. I think, Mike might be a talented guy, but how the hell would you know?
Yeah.
Because all this crap in the news 57 times.
Well, it's so tightly structured, man. If somebody, passes a little extra gas, it's just, that's it. All of a sudden you blink and you realize you're like 2 birthdays behind.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay.
Good luck.
And remember, no.
Ooga Mooga. 146. That's almost as good as
Ocho to Ocho.
See, without Rogers, you know what it reminds me of? Remember Roger put that one Best of Neil tape together that had all those corny sound effects, boing, bing, boing, doing, and that's Roger's mentality. That's his level of humor. It's the Ocho to Ocho, Ooga Booga mentality, and it's just not going to change anytime soon. But he does smile when he looks you in the eye.
Don't touch that dial. Coming up this afternoon at 2, it's Rick Riley and Suds Coleman. Oh! Join us then for Rick and Suds.
I think your radio station is very crappy.
151 at WIOD, a mobile in Miami.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Okay.
Listen, enjoying your show. Ranieri's too boring to talk about.
Yeah. Why are we wasting so much time on Mooga Booga today?
Give it a
Seems
break.
like he opened up a hornet's nest today, sir.
I can't stand it.
Yeah.
Please, listen, the other day you mentioned a dog food that got rid of your dog
Cherry
food.
Coke in a can, sir.
That's the one.
Any day that anniversary's coming back. 20th birthday, Cherry Coke in a can, with or without caffeine.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Come and get it.
Come and get it. That's it. Appreciate it, buddy.
My
Enjoy the
dogs,
show.
man, I'm telling you, even you'll like it.
Have a good one. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Peace.
152 at WIOD. In fact, somebody, who the hell was it, told me that they tried Come and Get It, and that, was that a call we had on the air? And within 8 days, their dog didn't have any more fleas, and their skin was like smooth, and their coat was like beautiful, and their dogs were like lapping their private parts, and it was just incredible. So if you want a nice, friendly, obedient dog, like that woman that called earlier that's real lonely, hey, there's a start. Fort Lauderdale, hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Listen, I got a little pig report for you.
Yes.
Port St. Lucie, those airplanes are flying nonstop.
The pigs in the sky.
And they're there. I drive up to Lakeland every week for business. They got me twice. They had like 30 cop cars out there stopping everybody. They got me doing a 71 and a 65.
Well, that's not bad when they're doing 95 on their way home through a residential neighborhood.
Unbelievable. I asked the guy, I said, can't you give me a break? You know, he says, you got a radar detection.
Can't do it, Pally. Can't do it.
The worst.
Yeah.
So whenever anyone's going by Port St. Lucie, don't speed.
Okay.
And one other thing, Neil.
Yeah.
Rick and Suds, I enjoy their show, but their whole show is like your 9:30 to 10. It's either a commercial, traffic, or a weather break.
Right, that's
Why can't
the
they
idea.
give them a good...
give them a show. Loosen it up a little bit and stop just... Because all they want to do is whore the radio station. Don't you understand? These companies, all they want is to squeeze as much money out of it as... It's like trying to squeeze blood out of a dish rag. Don't you understand? Out of a turnip.
Why don't they do it to you? You don't let them do it to you.
Damn right.
Man, it's miserable.
And we'll be right back after these words.
Thanks.
Okay. 153. I got news for you, sir. Although when I first came here, this day part was structured like a nightmare. They had breaks that ran 5 minutes. We had Rick Weaver picking his nose at the middle of the noon hour. We had Paul Harvey on for 50. It was like a daymare. It was pathetic. Because what the people in this station know about formatting or anything is like non-existent. What they know about anything. Oh, there he goes on management again, though. Did you hear Disney's grandma calling this morning on that telepole? What up? Jeez. Lady in Fort Lauderdale.
Neil.
Yes.
This is Lynn. I called you the other day.
Hi, Lynn.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
You feeling better?
I'm feeling very well, thank you so
That's
much,
good.
Lynn. I feel it pretty good.
That's great. I'm going to see you tomorrow at Sawgrass Mills Mall.
Great. At the Brands Mart in Sawgrass, 11 to 1. You'll see Adam there. Adam will give you a little squeeze and a hug.
Okay, great.
In fact, Adam is muscling in on this girl from England that they had. Did you hear that yesterday
I
with
heard
Rick
about
and
that
Suds?
yesterday.
And he's going to pick her up at the airport in Orlando and give her a ride and bring her back as well.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
That's real sweet.
Yeah.
I'll see you tomorrow at Sawgrass Mills Mall with your book.
Great.
All right?
Okay.
Have a great day.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye, Lynn. 155. I heard that. You're such a lech. You're so, just reaching out for all these, anything with a skirt on, man. Here's Dania.
Neil,
Yes.
I have a quick something to read to you.
Okay.
7 students at Episcopal High School in Jacksonville, Florida were suspended for, quote, considering trying drugs. Quote, we felt
They were
close
thinking,
enough
they
to
were
the edge.
thinking about it. The thought police, Ted was right.
Unbelievable.
They were thinking
The
about it?
headmaster said, quote, Elvin B. Cash was his name. Quote, we felt they were close enough to the edge of the water that we should give them a fair warning.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yes.
Unbelievable.
And I bet you they're very grateful for it, too.
What
Thank
are
you.
they going to be doing next? That and the guy earlier that said that